Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Light Talks Football, and welcome to a new video. And this video is Premier League predictions game week number 6. So we're 6 games into the Premier League, and there's 32 games to go. So time is coming thick and fast, man. Time is coming thick and fast. So this is just gonna be a quick one because today, starts the Premier League Game Week 6 predictions. I was supposed to be doing it 2 days ago, but I was busy. Yesterday I was busy, so today this is going to be a quick one. So make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification as well. And if you got your predictions, do let me know in the comments below. And I'll react to them as soon as I can. Last week there were so many messages and I couldn't do every single one of them. But today I'll try to look at the comments and I'll see if I can react to them to all of you as soon as I can. So it's going to take me some time, but I promise you I will be able to do it very quickly. So yeah, this is going to be a quick video. So without wasting any more time, let's start. So the first game is the lunchtime kickoff, which is Manchester United going away to Brentford. Of course, Man United are looking to make it back-to-back wins in the Premier League under Ruben Amorim for the very first time. After they beat Chelsea last week, which is embarrassing. But listen, Brentford are a really good team. They really are because when it comes like what Brentford did to Chelsea when it comes to long throws, they always do good when it comes to long throws. So I feel like Man United's defense has been this great. Casemiro will be out for this game because he's got 2 yellows for that game. So it's going to be interesting to see who will play alongside Bruno Fernandes in this game. So yeah, listen, I hope here that Man United don't win this game because if that happens here, that means Chelsea have started it, and this will be fuming if Man United get this win because I want Ruben Amorim to not get any back-to-back wins. So Brentford, wherever you do, just go there either win or draw. Please don't let Man United win. Otherwise, I'll be fuming that we are the ones that started it. You know what I mean? So listen, I do think Man United could win this game, but GTEC Community Stadium, and we know what happened last season, 4-3. Don't think it's going to happen again because there was no Thomas Frank, there's no Bremo. Oh yeah, by the way, Bremo is returning to the GTEC Community Stadium, so this is the Bremo derby. You know what I mean? So there you go. But listen, yeah, 2-1 to Brentford is going to be my prediction. I feel like, you know, they did well against Chelsea, and I think they will do well against Man United. So they're going to get this win 2-1. Don't know who the goal scorers would be for Brentford, but for Man United, I'm going to go for Bruno Fernandes. So yeah, 2-1 to Brentford. Come on, Brentford. Just get a win. Don't let Man United get back-to-back wins, please. Just do that. So yeah, the next game, of course, strangely enough, in fact, this should be on a Sunday. I don't know why they put it on a Saturday, but Aston Villa at home to Fulham. Now, Aston Villa, you know, only beat Bologna 1-0 at Villa Park. Now, don't get me wrong, their home record is really good in Europe, but Aston Villa this season hasn't been particularly that great. They've only had I believe they've only had like one win or something like that, which is really. If I'm just gonna have a look at their record real quick this season. Let me just take a look at Aston Villa because I believe they've only had um one win so far this season. I'm just gonna have a quick look. Let me just see. Um, let's see. Yeah, look at this. Aston Villa have only got their first win of the season, but that's in the Europa League. But if you look at the Premier League, they've only scored one, but they have no wins, only one draw, and that was against a 10-man Sunderland. So Villa right now aren't looking really good. They really aren't looking good. Like, I don't know what's happening to Ollie Watkins. I don't know what's happening to John McGinn. I don't know what's even happening to Unai Emery. He's a good manager, but he's making Aston Villa struggle. You know what I mean? So this is going to be a very difficult game for Villa, and I think Fulham is going to win because they are a really good team. They really are. They can cause Villa all sorts of problems. Of course, Fulham hasn't had a good record. It does not have a good record at Villa Park, but records are there to be broken, right? They do. So I think Fulham are gonna win this game. They really are 2-1. Because Villa, I feel like they struggle and their poor form is going to continue. Of course, it's a must-win game for them because they have to get their first one of the season. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Villa at the moment, but Fulham are going to win this game on Sunday 2-1 to them. Yeah, Villa, good luck on Sunday. Good luck. There you go. So yeah, the next game, of course, is Chelsea versus Brighton. Of course, I did the preview for that one, so make sure you guys you know, make sure that you go back to my previous video and yeah, I'm not going to talk about it too much, but my prediction for this game is 3-2 because Brighton defensively ain't that great. Our defense ain't that great. It's basically the Brighton Monday derby because most of our players that we sign out from Brighton, so or maybe you can call it the Blue Coat derby as well. So yeah, and listen, in this game, I'm more worried about Robert Sanchez and our defense than anyone else because you saw what happened last season where Robert Sanchez made that stupid mistake, and he's going to do it again because because he was Brighton's third choice goalkeeper before we signed him. So there you go. And also, there's no Cole Palmer, so that's what I'm also worried as well. But listen, we should bounce back. We should win this game. We drop points against Brighton, then that Liverpool game will make it even more difficult. Even more difficult. So there we go. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for 5 goal filler, which is Chelsea 3, Brighton 2. Ain't gonna be easy, man. Ain't gonna be easy for that one. Right, the next game, boy, this is a good game. I'm not quite sure why this game isn't a 5:30 p.m. kickoff because this is a very good game to watch. Crystal Palace versus Liverpool, of course. I saw a stat that says Crystal Palace are 17 games unbeaten in all competition. 17. That is absolutely crazy. Like, Olivia Glasson is doing a fantastic job. Of course, both Crystal Palace and Liverpool are still the only teams who are unbeaten. They're still the only teams. And this is a really good game. And this game should be at least 5:30, or if you want to put it at 8 o'clock. Don't know why it's not on TV, because I really want to watch that game. But that game is at 3 p.m. and I want to concentrate on Chelsea. So it really is weird. But listen, could this be the first time this season where Liverpool drop points and I'm talking about either draw or potentially lose because Liverpool have won 5 games in a row, and yes, their defense have been conceding, and yes, Liverpool hasn't been this great, but they keep winning games because that's what champions do, you know? That's what they do. And I don't think many people think that Crystal Palace are going to beat Liverpool. I do not think that's going to happen because I feel like the last time, when is the last time Crystal Palace beat Liverpool? I know they did this in the Community Shield, but I want to see the last time where Crystal Palace beat Liverpool in the league. Yeah, if you look at this year, Crystal Palace have won just one of the last 16 Premier League meetings with Liverpool. And do you know when that happened? In April 2024 at Anfield. Only one win. That is a really poor record for Crystal Palace. Only one win. And I remember I watched that game, in April 2024 when they lost 1-0 at Anfield. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a poor record for Crystal Palace, but I feel like they are gonna make Liverpool drop points. I don't think they're going to win either team, but I feel like it's gonna be a draw. So I'm gonna go for 2-2. I'm gonna go for 2-2 because Liverpool, I feel like they drew. Did they drew at Anfield last time? Yeah, they drew at Anfield 1-1. Then they drew in the Community Shield and they beat them on penalties. So Liverpool hasn't had good record against Crystal Palace either in the last 2 games. So it's gonna be tough for both teams. So that's why I'm gonna go for 2-2 draw. I'm gonna go 2-2. If Liverpool win, I will not be surprised. Crystal Palace win, then I'll be surprised because Liverpool are a really good team. They really are. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-2. Like I said, I wish this game was either at 5:30 p.m. kickoff or 8 o'clock. because this game should have been on TV. These are big game for both teams. It really is. So, but I don't know, man. But yeah, 2-2 for that one. The next one, of course, is Leeds United versus Bournemouth. Now, Leeds United at home so far, is good. You know, they beat Everton, but that was a lucky penalty. They drew with Newcastle, so yeah, they're at home against AFC Bournemouth, which, by the way, Bournemouth are doing really good this season. Really good. I forgot what Bournemouth. Let me see what Bournemouth's last game was. I'm just gonna have a quick look. Let me see Bournemouth's last couple of games. So their last game was a 0-0 draw against Bournemouth. And that was away from home. So yeah, if I look at Bournemouth right now, um, let me see where they are. Look at Bournemouth. They're in fourth place right now. Olivia Goss is doing a fantastic job, you know. 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. And if Bournemouth beat beat Leeds United, they'll be in second place for as of today, because both Arsenal and Tottenham have a game tomorrow. So I don't think Bournemouth for me will be is in the title race, letting on the Champions League. But I think Bournemouth might be finishing potentially in the European places. I'm not quite sure if it's the Conference League or the Europa League, but I think Bournemouth are gonna try to challenge for Europe this season. If that happens, then Areola, so I said Olivia Garcia, Areola could be the manager of the season if that happens. So yeah, both are doing a fantastic job, and I feel like they're gonna continue to be unbeaten 5 games in. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Bournemouth 2-1 win against Leeds United. Yes, I know people have said that Leeds United are good at home, but like I said, they won with a dodgy penalty and a draw against Newcastle. So maybe they might keep a clean sheet in this game. But yeah, 2-1 to Bournemouth. They're gonna beat Leeds United. They really are. And let's see if that 3-1 win against Wolves will give Leeds United more confidence going into the coming match days of this season. So, but yeah, as of right now, 2-1 to Bournemouth is going to be my prediction. Well, the next game is Man City versus Burnley. Of course, Man City, you know, record against Burnley is crazy. Like the aggregate scoreline of the last couple of seasons is 48-2. 48-2. So these two met each other both at Burnley and at Man City, and Man City kept a clean sheet in both. So for this game, it's going to be Man City 5-0, because if this game was at Turf Moor, maybe I would have gone for a different scoreline. But it's at the City ground. Burnley don't have a good record there, so I'm going to go 5-0. I think Erling Haaland is going to score a hat trick. Is Phil Foden starting to become the Phil Foden that we know 2 seasons ago? We'll wait and see. But yeah, he's going to score, and maybe Jeremy Doku will score. So yeah, 5-0 City. They're going to, destroy Burnley 5-0. Then the next game, boy oh boy, is Forest versus Sunderland, of course. Forest still hasn't won under Ange Postecoglou in all competitions. I believe it's like um, I believe, yeah, they lost to Arsenal, they lost to Swansea, they drew to Burnley, and they due to World Betis. So no wins in 4 in all competitions for Ange Postecoglou. So like I said, if I was a Forest fan, I'll be fuming at their owners, because Nuno's did a fantastic job last season. He did. Yes, he couldn't make it to the Champions League, but at least he got Forest back to European places. And also, Forest was supposed to be in the Conference League, but because of Crystal Palace's fine, they're in the Europa League. So I don't know why they might just like Nuno and decide if Ange Postecoglou is gonna, make it better. Yes, Ange Postecoglou did win the Europa League, but that was in his second season. And let's say that Forest avoid relegation and they don't make it Europe, then that means it's going to be impossible for him to win a trophy in his second season unless he wins the BFA Cup or maybe the Carabao Cup, Ange Postecoglou. So Ange's having a really tough time. But whereas for Sunderland, they're looking really good. And I changed my mind. Sunderland are definitely going to be staying up. And if you look at Sunderland, yeah, they're on the same points as Chelsea. They really are. So for me, that's why Chelsea have to win this game against Brighton, and Sunderland hopefully drop points against Nottingham Forest, if you know what I mean. But I think Sunderland will stay up for now. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna go for a draw on this one because I was thinking Sunderland beating North Forest at the City Ground. I don't think so, but yeah, I'm gonna go for 1-1 draw. I think Sunderland is gonna cause more pain for Ange Postecoglou. So yeah, 1-1 for that one. Then Super Sunday, since both North London clubs play. So the first one is Tottenham versus Wolves. Tottenham. Actually, no, they haven't really conceded. Actually, no, they did concede too. So yeah, Tottenham for me, they're looking really good. You know, their only drop points is against Brighton away, which is difficult, and Bournemouth, which is also a difficult game. But Tottenham right now are looking really good. They're really looking good. But for Wolves, I mean, the only wins they got so far is the Carabao Cup. That's the only one in the league. No wins in five. No wins in five. So for me, Tottenham are gonna lose. Sorry, Wolves are gonna lose another game, and their manager could be sacked because Wolves, I didn't think they'll struggle this season, let alone be in a relegation zone. I really didn't think so. So, yeah, Tottenham going to win this game 3-1. They're going to win this game 3-1. They're going to cause more misery to Wolves. Of course, Tottenham last season didn't beat Wolves, but that was under Ange Postecoglou. This time they got Thomas Frank, who looks like is a much better manager than Ange Postecoglou. So, yeah, they're going to beat Wolves convincingly. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 Tottenham win. Then the next one is Newcastle versus Arsenal. Of course, Newcastle has been like this in the middle. They've only had one win so far in the Premier League, and that was against Wolves, if you know what I mean. But that was at home. For Arsenal though, um, they got 10 points. They've won three. They drew one, which was against City, and they lost to Liverpool. So listen, Arsenal need to win this game because let's say that Liverpool do win and also drop points, they'll be 8 points behind. And I still wouldn't think that the title race is over, but the more Arsenal keep dropping points every single time, the more likely it is that the title race could be over for them. So Arsenal need to win this game. But this is a very tough game. It's at St. James Park, and I've gone for 1-0 Newcastle win. Yes, they haven't got Alex on the East. I know that stuff. But listen, Arsenal do not have a good record. Like last season, they only beat them once in all competition. In the league 1-0, in the Carabao Cup 2-0 at the Emirates. Then first leg, they won, sorry, 2-0 at St. James Park. So yeah, man. So Arsenal do not have a good record at St. James Park. So I'm gonna go for 1-0. I think Anthony Gordon is going to score this game, or it might be someone else. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-0 Newcastle win. So it's going to be more points for Arsenal. But if Arsenal do win, then that'll be good for them. That means that the title race will be back for them. But they keep dropping points, then Arsenal could be in trouble. So yeah, 1-0 to Newcastle. Then on Monday night, at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, is Everton versus West Ham. Of course, Everton lost the Merseyside derby, and David Moyes doesn't have a good record there. But listen, they're looking to bounce back. But for West Ham United, but I don't know how on earth Graham Potter is still at that job. I really don't. Because West Ham, for me, are a good team. It hasn't been that long since David Moyes since West Ham, sorry, won the Europa League. Like, West Ham are a good team, and Graham Potter could be the worst manager. He really could. If I was a West Ham fan, I'll be thinking to myself, why do we sack David Moyes? And by the way, this is the David Moyes' derby because he'll be facing against his former club, which is West Ham United. So there you go. So there's the David Moyes' derby, and that's why they put this game on a Monday night. So yeah, listen, Graham Potter has to bounce back, has to get this win, but unfortunately, it's not going to be easy because I believe Everton's new stadium is unbeaten so far. They drew to sorry they beat what you call it? They beat who did they beat? They beat Brighton on their first game. Then they drew to Aston Villa. So far, Hill Dickinson Stadium is unbeaten so far this season. So let's see if let's see if West Ham could break that record. But unfortunately, it's not gonna happen. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-1. I'm gonna back Everton to win that game because West Ham right now just looking absolutely awful for that one. But yeah, man, that is all my Premier predictions for game week number 6. So, like I said, this is a quick video because all of the Premier League games will be kicking off today. So, yeah, so I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that watched this video. If you do enjoyed it, like the video, then hit the subscribe button if you're new, hit the bell notification so they never miss any of my content. And yeah, all I've got to say is that enjoy the rest of your weekend, enjoy your games, and we'll see what happens at the end of game week 6, which is on a Monday night football. So there we go. So yeah, man, thank you so much. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And in a bit, people. Peace. I'm out of here.